Last night on Twitter, Ted Cruz's official account liked a pornographic video. The next time Cruz tries to reach across the aisle, the other senators will be like, no, thank you. That's good. Okay.
I really honestly don't think it was Ted Cruz. I don't think Ted Cruz looks at porn. Ted Cruz masturbates to pictures of poor people without health care.
That's right. Cruz liked a pornographic video. Some are wondering if he's going to hire a PR team to beat the scandal, but Cruz says he plans to beat it alone.
One of his super PACs released a new ad today that I think makes it very clear where Ted Cruz stands on adult entertainment.
Ted Cruz is hard at work for the people of Texas. Yet the liberal media is so desperate to undermine him, they're claiming he liked a porn video on Twitter. For those who question Ted Cruz's character, we ask you, does this look like a man who watches porn on his phone?
You know what? Let's go ahead and use another picture.
Is this the face of a man who masturbates?
Wait, hang on. Get the other.
Do you really believe this Princeton-educated man is so unaware of how to indulge his sexual urges in a healthy way, he memorized the name of a Twitter porn handle so he could come back later and watch the videos without following the account itself? No, you don't, because it's not true. Ted Cruz never masturbates. For America.
I'm Ted Cruz, and I touched myself last night.
What? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you
Yeah.
see that?
What do I see?
I think we're working out here. Hang on. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, boy, do I feel like a...
Yeah. What do I see?
Boy, do I feel like a big oof. Should we start the show from scratch?
No. I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. Are you recording the audio? Are we?
Oh, yes.
So-
Well, for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just a little quick formality here. And we finally got our crap working.
What's that phone number?
877-310-2100. How did... Now, we did have a call here that you could not hear. It was John.
Yeah.
It was Ashley's husband. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, no, I didn't know
That was Ashley's husband.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for lip reading the past, 19 minutes or so.
That's all right. But if you're out there
Boy,
watching...
did you miss all kinds of great stuff.
You did. You missed the whole Ted Cruz thing, but I hated I don't do the voice well. I don't do the voice well.
Well, you know, I did kind of put you on the spot and ask you to do Ted Cruz, and you have to kind of get nasally, and you have to say Constitution.
You have to get nasally and do the constant. Well, he's got a lot going on. He's got the nasal thing. He's got the condescending frat boy patois. He also has the, in arrogance, but he also has a little bit of a southern twang from Texas. So I don't know how to marry all that together, but I will work on it.
You can practice. You can practice. But thank God you have tuned in and you have stuck with us. Boy, oh boy. You see, it is an experiment.
It is, and it's going to be an experiment.
And that blew up.
You know what, though? I don't mind. I really don't mind at all. I mean, if this is the way it's going to be, man, it's fine.
Well, next time I learned how to set the audio on
right
doohickey.
Mm-hmm.
But the good news is the bad news is you missed that fine Ted Cruz interview.
Right.
But I believe producers are telling me in my ear, Chelsea Manning's on the phone. Or it should be Chelsea Womaning.
Chelsea, no, come on. Her last name is Manning. Let's not make silly jokes.
Well, I would never do such a thing.
Okay.
Because this is a fully grown-up show here.
Mm-hmm.
I keep hitting your button when I mean to hit mine.
Mm-hmm.
Tim.
Okay.
Shaney B.
Hi there.
Tim. Shaney B. It's the Tim and Shaney B experiment. All right. So, we have been talking about Ted Cruz's little mishap while watching porn.
And then I did this whole bit as
Twitter.
him saying that his favorite porn star was Lisa Ann, who is the MILF goddess who did Sarah Palin. And I tied it all together with that because, she went rogue.
It was comic genius.
Mm-hmm.
It was comic genius.
Yeah.
But I would have been more impressed if it was something like midget porn.
Well, nobody really watches that, unless you have a group of people. We used to have, in college, we'd get those videotapes of the German porn, and everybody would be drunk, and we'd sit around and go, let's watch this tape, and then everybody would go, ah! It was pretty nasty stuff. Any of that novelty porn, you get that to watch with your friends, unless you're a sicko.
Now, I said this earlier, but nobody could hear it.
Right.
I do not watch porn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me either. I'm just saying back in the day.
I'm a good Christian conservative that would never...
Like Jimmy Swaggart.
Is he the one that sinned against the church?
He is. He's the one who touched himself in front of a disgusting hooker in a hotel room. And then I thought that was Dick Morris. No, but Dick Morris did a lot of that stuff. But, he was open about it at least.
Well, he was. He was proud of it, too, apparently.
Sure.
But anyway, phone numbers, 877-310-2100 if you were good enough to stick around and listen to a show that was on mute.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many people, Tim, turn their speakers way, way up going, what's wrong with my device?
I would have clicked away. I got to tell you that.
I wouldn't have lasted.
I wouldn't have. Neither did Ted Cruz. I said
Yeah.
that he was doing it in the Capitol bathroom.
Well, at least, he does it in privacy.
What are you going to do when Bernie Sanders
Do you
is
remember the story
speaking
about the there was a judge that would be on the bench hearing trials, and he had a pump, and he was using it while testimonies were going on.
Well, maybe he needed it for health reasons. We have a phone call.
That's it. We do have a phone
I try to look on the bright side of things. You want to take it?
You are good. 877-310-2100 is the call-in number. Hello, caller. You are live on the Tim and Shaney B experiment.
Am I really live?
Yeah, you're live.
You're live.
Who's this?
There's Tim. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Hey, you're doing a pretty good job, man. That technical shit sucked for a second, but you squared it up, man. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, you know.
You're going to thank Shaney B. He did all the work.
I'm the one that screwed it up, but I fixed it.
No.
So what's on TV? I hear it in the background. Or actually, I hear you talking again.
Yeah, no, that's me screwing around. We're watching you guys on, like, the big screen.
Oh, nice.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you know.
How do you like our new
team,
digs?
man.
They put us in our own studio. They gave us nice, comfortable room.
Mm-hmm. Padded walls.
Man, you guys are killing it. That is dialed in. The only thing you're missing are the little black crayon crosses from.
Huh?
What are you talking
We
about?
got a little bit of a weird delay. Yeah, no, it's all good.
You talking about the tally marks on the walls?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, when have you ever seen In the Mouth of Madness? John Carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's sitting in the padded cell, and he's got a little crayon. It's a nub, and he's just drawing crosses all over it.
Oh, okay. Hey, I like that. That's a nice touch. That gives me a project for the
an
week.
insane asylum in there, right?
Yeah. That's what we're going for.
Wait, is that what we're in?
I don't know what it is. It's a padded room.
I'm digging it.
I thought it was really nice of the folks at WSB to give us this lovely room. I was telling Tim, of course nobody heard it, but I said I thought it was very, very kind of them to show us in and then lock the door so nobody would distract us. during the show.
Yeah, but we can't get out. We can't get out. Look, see that? There's a hole right there, and there's a monster that feeds us through that hole. He's kind of dwarfish, and he has, what'd I say, fangs? He's missing an eye.
You talking about Dick Morris again?
No, stop talking about Dick Morris.
He's talking about Ted Cruz.
Hillary's, yeah, Ted Cruz. Hillary's going to get mad.
Number 3.
Mm-hmm. He took a number 3.
Oh.
So you heard that?
Yeah, because it was weird, man. We called in to try to let you guys know we couldn't hear you, and then... on the
that
phone
was you.
number, it was weird because it had the audio feed coming through the 1877 number.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's okay. That's right. Yes. Well.
No, man, I'm impressed as shit. You killed it, Shaney. I mean, the being able to do the OBS and the green screen, the whole 9 yards, man. I mean,
we've decked it out in here. We've decked it out. Of course, some of my stuff, I make it all at home and then bring it here, and then completely forget to put it into the system, and then we start the show, and
Yeah, and it was a crazy week too. So we were doing all that special broadcasting on the radio station for Hurricane Irma. We've been slammed personally, and to be able to meet up here on a Saturday night and pull it off. Next week we'll do the same thing, and like Shane was saying, it's going to be an experiment until we nail it, and we're doing this all ourselves. So we're going to kick ass.
Well, you motherfucker, I know you. You're a fucking machine. You kill it. I mean, you are the man, dude. 24/7. You're a workaholic, and I love that.
Oh, thank you, friend.
He's lucky to have you with him. Yeah, no, man, you're a genius.
But you know what, my friend? What we do is we do the live stream, and then we take the audio, and then we podcast it on WSBradio.com.
After we censor it.
You have given me quite the editing job.
That's okay. We didn't tell anybody not to swear. It's fine.
Well, the rules don't apply on the internet.
Nah, rules don't apply. It's a different world. It's a different world when you're not on the radio.
Ted Cruz is gone. We don't want to offend Ted Cruz. We wouldn't do that.
Well, people love the real shit, and they love looking at you people. I mean, you guys, we're grateful, and
thank you, man.
I'm going to get off the phone. I'm sorry. I'm rambling on.
Oh, gosh. We love it. Thank you, man.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it, and keep going.
All right. We'll keep going.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, depending on what part of the country you're in. And we're on YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. I was going to do Facebook Live, but I have to pay $15 a month.
I don't want to do Facebook Live. Let's agree not to do Facebook Live.
All right. We're not doing Facebook Live.
And I'll tell you why. Because Facebook Live really screws with us when it comes to the Von Hessler Doctrine, which is the second half of the Von Hessler Doctrine show. Half is live, half of it's on Facebook. And there's songs that we use every single day, and somebody complains, and we always get a hit. So screw them. That's what I say. And I also don't like Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, yeah.
The news this weekend is that they sold ads to Russia to influence the election, and now there's an investigation. I just read about it on Twitter that Mueller is investigating Facebook and Russia collusion, having nothing to do with Donald Trump.
What?
Yeah, believe it or not.
It's not real news.
No, it's fake news.
It's fake news. All right.
Fake news.
877-310-2100 is the number. I wanted to throw out a question, by the way.
Okay.
Have you ever done, had yourself an embarrassing moment such as Ted Cruz, where you accidentally liked something you shouldn't have, accidentally posted something you shouldn't have? Share with us your embarrassing moments of your life. Spill your guts. Embarrass the hell out of yourself again on YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope here on the Tim and Cheney B Experiment. We'd love to hear from you at 877-310-2100.
Have you ever done anything that you were embarrassed to get caught doing? Or, like something?
I've been trying to think, but and I'm sure I have, and nothing comes to mind. But good friend of mine, I sent him, this is in the early days of Facebook, and I sent him a clip that I made from the movie Pink Flamingos. You ever seen Pink Flamingos?
I have.
Okay. So any clip from that movie, I don't care how brief of a clip, it does not belong anywhere in the public space. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I captured a scene. It was his favorite scene. Sent it over to him. And the next morning, I am at work. So, of course, I was Facebooking. And there was that video. And I'm thinking, holy crap, because this was, the birthday scene. If you remember Pink Flamingos, the birthday scene, and a guy shows one of his many talents.
Right.
That was all over Facebook. And I'm thinking, my God, his mother, his brothers, his sisters-in-law, they're all friends with him on Facebook. So
I hope they enjoyed it.
I'm sure they did. So,
there's a meme that I used to see where it was a smug kid giving a thumbs up. And it's been, you know how memes are. Everybody keeps editing it, or they'll put Steve Buscemi's face on it or something. But this was the kid's face. It's a school picture, and he has this smug look, and he's giving a thumbs up. Well, I put that on somebody's page, and it got a whole bunch of likes and got a bunch of shares. And then I found out later that somebody had photoshopped a penis onto his thumb. So that was all over Facebook, and I was embarrassed by that.
Oh, no.
But I never did anything like Ted Cruz. I mean, I don't follow porn people on Twitter, and I don't look at porn on Twitter. That's not what Twitter's for. Twitter's for arguing with people about politics. Come on.
But I didn't realize. I mean, I knew there was some porn on there. I didn't know there was whole, usernames that you could follow.
Oh, yeah, there's a complete subculture of pornography on Twitter.
And of course, during this whole story,
Uh-huh.
Nobody, fuzzed out or blanked out the name of the...
No.
Sexual posts or whatever it was called. I just thought I'd share it with everybody.
The thing that I find interesting about Twitter, and Twitter primarily, is they've kicked so many people off for having wrong think profiles and saying the wrong thing, politically correct stuff, and whether they're alt-right or just conservative or whatever, they will kick them off Twitter or suspend them for a long period of time. But yet, you can show any kind of hardcore pornography on Twitter. I don't get how they allow that. It's crazy to me. Because kids can look at it. Anybody can create a Twitter account. But I guess nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares about pornography anymore.
It's everywhere. And, I couldn't imagine being a parent trying to protect my kids from porn because there's no way it's going to happen.
You can't do it. Even those filter things don't work. They can find it anywhere.
And every kid has already seen everything. But, we're Generation X. We didn't have the internet when we were
Thank God.
kids.
We never would have grown up.
But
I mean, I haven't really grown up. But you know what would happen if we'd had pornography when we were kids like they have it now? We would be destroyed.
We would be Ted Cruz every day.
Yes, we would.
I mean, that is if you watched it.
We didn't have porn.
I'm a good Christian.
We had Kurt Cobain. We didn't need porn.
That's it.
We had angst and we had grunge.
Well, what else do you need?
And Winona Ryder.
I have to admit though, I was like the only person that did not like grunge.
You didn't like grunge. What did you like then?
It was kind of not tech. I did not like techno.
You liked Roxette, didn't you?
Did I like Roxette?
Yeah. You saw the sign.
I liked.
And it opened up your eyes.
That was Ace of Base.
Okay, same thing. Ace of Base.
No, I actually thought The Look was an all right song.
You've got the look.
That was Prince and
Sheena Easton.
Sheena Easton. I liked that song. I'm sorry.
I liked the song Sugar Walls when I was in high school.
Is Sugar Walls a dirty song?
It's extremely dirty.
That's
Prince wrote it. Come spend the night inside my sugar walls. What are you talking about?
Whoa. I'm fixing your camera on the other preview.
I'm fine.
Well, I see that little corner there, and it's driving me crazy.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, now back to you, Tim.
All right. So what else was going on this week? We were going to talk about Chelsea Manning. But there's one thing, we don't have video of it, but I told you this earlier. Last night, or yesterday afternoon, on Brooke Baldwin's show on CNN, some guy, I forget his name, but she had him on. He's a a guy that I guess is funny. But he said there are two things in America that he loves, the First Amendment and boobs. And she had that incredulous look on her face that Brooke Baldwin wants to get whenever she's shocked. And she says, I can't believe you said B-O-O-B-S. Maybe we have a phone call. And maybe it's Brooke Baldwin to yell at me.
Oh, do you think so?
No, I don't think so. But we do have a phone call.
Well, we should take a phone call. And while we're at it, I just realized something.
What?
That I found. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well.
What? Yeah, go ahead.
There's my graphic that's completely blanking us out. But in the meantime.
Okay.
877-310-2100. Hello, caller. You are live on the Tim and Shani B Experiment.
Hello.
Hello.
We'll wait.
Yeah, hi. So anyway, Brooke Baldwin gets this, goes all crazy. Then she tweets about it, that you should never say that to a woman. But she's been ridiculed ad nauseum because, the guy was just making a point. And then, people dug up these videos from New Year's Eve where Kathy Griffin is pretending to, orally service Anderson Cooper. And Brooke Baldwin, they're all drunk, by the way, because it's New Year's
I am so
Eve.
glad I missed that.
Brooke Baldwin and Don the Drunk Lemon are back in the main studio laughing about it. Ha, 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 ha. So, there's a little bit of a double standard there. Maybe Brooke would say, I'm trying to be serious here, but you know what? You're just a talking head, so don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. No.
Don't say B-O-O-B-S. It's terrible. Who was that on the phone? Sounded like they had a kid in the background.
Well, here's the thing. Is because it's a little odd when you call the Tim and Shani B Experiment.
It's not like radio.
It's not like radio. There's nobody here to screen the calls because, the door's locked and nobody can get in here and help.
True.
But you got to figure when we do this streamy thing here, and though it's live, it probably takes about 30 seconds between the time it gets from here to however you're streaming us on your computer, your TV, your smartphone, whatever it is.
So turn down your device.
So it's like a really long delay. So if you're listening on the stream and you call us, listen on the phone because that's real time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Is that confusing enough for everybody?
No.
What happened to our padded room?
We're in a pit.
And what the hell's that behind us?
Help.
Back to you, Tim.
I'm here. Hello.
All fixed.
Yes.
I just made a mess of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really taking this experiment name to a whole new level.
We keep making that sausage.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So is Ted Cruz.
Speaking of, he's not making sausage. He's making gravy.
He's pounding the hell.
He's making gravy.
Oh, lumpy.
Yes.
Lumpy.
Oh, no.
Country gravy.
Put it on your country fried steak.
But you were talking about, what's her name? Brooke Shields from CNN?
No, Brooke Baldwin.
Brooke Baldwin.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy said boobs.
He said boobs. I like the First Amendment and I like boobs.
That brought something to mind.
What?
Chelsea Manning.
Chelsea Manning.
Who I think, I don't think Chelsea has boobs.
She doesn't have boobs yet.
Not yet.
Not that I can tell.
Now, there was a swimsuit edition of Sports Illustrated or something that it
wasn't it Vanity Fair?
Oh, maybe it was.
I think so.
But anyway, Chelsea Manning has been in the news again.
She's so beautiful. That's one thing I like about her is she emerged from prison as just a gorgeous young woman. She went into jail as kind of a nebbish-looking young man and came out of prison just a sexy young woman. I don't know what they do to people in federal prison, but, sign me up.
You mean like Caitlyn Jenner?
Caitlyn Jenner did not go to federal prison. I have Kardashian money, and that's what I use to get my fake boobs and facial surgery.
But I have to say this. Chelsea Manning went from that god-awful wig. You remember the black and white photo?
Yes.
Had that god-awful wig that he bought, I guess, at a Spirit Halloween clearance sale.
You mean the one that they got at him right before she went to jail?
Yeah, it was just before.
Right.
And then goes to jail. We, the taxpayer, I believe, paid for hormones and
we did. I was, you know what?
Factor.
I was very happy to pay for that and for the dresses and for the female housing and access to the female. Because, God forbid that somebody not be able to do the crazy thing that they think they should be able to do at any time, at any place.
Especially in jail.
Right. Come on. Federal prison,
when you've been selling...
not selling, giving.
Oh, that's right. Giving
away
government secrets to WikiLeaks.
Right. First, she went to the New York Times. The New York Times said, no, this is irresponsible. So then she went to WikiLeaks. And
I can't believe New York Times would say that.
Now, I find it kind of amusing that people like some of the people who do radio shows that we're familiar with love Julian Assange, but don't like Chelsea Manning.
You wouldn't be talking about a great American, would you?
No.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Does Chelsea Manning have sleep apnea?
Oh. Well, once she gets her new boob, she might.
She might. It was
might
putting
have
a lot of pressure
difficulty
on
breathing.
you.
But Chelsea Manning was invited to speak at Harvard?
She was offered a fellowship at Harvard, which meant that she could come in and speak on different various things. I would think that it would be primarily in the intelligence departments or when they teach the intelligence of history. I don't even know what the hell they do there.
But Chelsea wasn't very intelligent.
No, she was not very intelligent.
Gave away secrets, didn't sell them.
Nope.
And got caught.
No,
so,
she didn't go Falcon and the Snowman. She just gave it away.
But anyway, so there was all this uproar at Harvard this week. You had some bigwigs that were going to, let's see, Mike Morrell was one. Who was the other guy?
I don't know the name of the other guy, but one is the former deputy director of the CIA, and then I think the current director of the CIA.
Yes, whose name escapes me, but we'll find out in a second because we're going to play you the little story here.
Right.
But just all kinds of upset over Chelsea Manning is going to be a fellow, and so these people were like, well, we don't want to be a fellow. And so here's a little bit of the story.
I'm very sorry to have to announce that the CIA director will not be speaking here tonight.
The dean of Harvard's Kennedy School apologized yesterday for the absence of CIA Director Mike Pompeo. Pompeo, a former West Point and Harvard graduate, laid out his reasoning for his withdrawal in this letter to the school, calling Chelsea Manning a traitor. Harvard's actions implicitly tell its students that you too can be a fellow at Harvard and a felon under United States law. Earlier in the day, former acting CIA Director Michael Morrell submitted his resignation as a Harvard senior fellow, saying the school's invitation to Manning was wholly inappropriate, adding, "I cannot be part of an organization that honors a convicted felon."
So there you go. There you go. All this hubbaloo forming this week with Chelsea Manning. And I am very pleased to announce that we here at the Tim and Cheney B Experiment managed to get Chelsea Manning to come on the show with us today. So let's go. Live via satellite, Bethesda, Maryland. I didn't know there was any trans people in Bethesda, Maryland. But Chelsea Manning, thank you so much for taking precious time to join us on the Tim and Cheney B Experiment.
Thanks for having me.
Ooh. So,
how you doing?
I'm great. And
I got a bug.
We're really honored to have you today.
Happy to be here.
So with all the trouble of hormones and you know, having to learn makeup tips.
Yeah, it's hard.
Walking around in stilettos.
Yeah, not easy to do. Go ahead.
Why do you want to be a fellow?
Well, you know, here's the thing. I've always wanted since I was a little kid. I knew that deep down inside of me there was first a traitor, then a woman, and then a traitorous woman who becomes a fellow. You know, I've been working on that for a long time, and I think I finally reached the apex of my life. Someday, I will be a fellow. I just don't know whether it's at Harvard or Yale or at a community college in some small town where people don't know me.
Well. So let's talk a little bit about your life. Tell me what it's like going from a traitor to a hero in the eyes of the LGBTQXYZ community.
Well, the LGBTQ community supports me wholeheartedly. They know that the best thing to do when you are a person trapped inside of another person is to sell your country's secrets or give them away to a degenerate like Julian Assange. Now, Julian Assange has been living in Julian Assange has been living in the Ecuadorian embassy in London, and he's just a super guy. You know, he said, yeah, go ahead and send me all these documents. And, I got to say, President Obama did the right thing by commuting my sentence because, it's not fair that I had to spend 30 years in jail just for giving away national secrets.
Well, fortunately, you weren't there for 30 years.
No, he let me out. Time served, bitch.
Oh. So, let's talk about this this Harvard thing a little bit.
Yeah.
They invited you and they disinvited you, sort of like Donald Trump at a red state gathering.
I don't get that.
How did you feel?
Okay, how did I feel? Well, I felt great and elated. And if you go to my Twitter feed, you will see all the unicorns and rainbows and clapping hands I use.
Well, I did want to ask you about that, and let's take a look at said Twitter feed. Let's see here, a little off screen here. Honored to be the first disinvited trans woman visiting fellow They Chill marginalized voice. What the hell does that say, Chelsea?
It says, honored to be the first disinvited trans woman visiting Harvard. They chill marginalized voices under CIA pressure. Hashtag we got this. I don't know who we are, but I tell you what, we got it. Me and the other 25 trans people who have been invited to be fellows after giving away state secrets.
So earlier this month, Donald Trump.
He's such a hater. I don't like that guy.
Well, let me ask my question, please.
Okay, go ahead. He pardoned Sheriff Joe Apiro? That guy hates people. You know what he did? He locked up Mexicans. He made them wear pink jumpsuits. Chelsea Manning never did that. Chelsea Manning just gave away videos. That got a lot of our servicemen and women in trouble.
I sense hatred out of jealousy because you wanted the pink underwear.
I already got pink underwear.
Well, you wanted it from the government.
Yeah, well, the government paid for my lingerie in prison, but they didn't pay for my post-prison underpants. And, I think it's only fair that a girl like me, a beautiful woman who's just discovering her womanhood, you know what you got to do? You got to give me free panties. And if you don't give me free panties, then I'm going to sell more of your crap to the Russians.
So anyway, back to my question, if I may ask it, is
you can ask anything.
Donald
I'm an open
Trump,
book.
Says no more trans people in the military.
What a hater. I don't like him.
Would you want to go back to the military?
Hashtag we got this. Of course I don't want to go back to the military. You know what? I'm enjoying my life now. I've been on the cover of Vanity Fair magazine. Like every little girl grows up to want to be on the cover of Vanity Fair magazine. Well, guess what? Guess what, Shelley Johnson, who lived down the street from me?
Oh.
I showed you. I always told you when we were kids that I'll be on the cover of Vanity Fair someday, and you'll just be a fat lady living in a trailer park. Ha ha!
Very mature, very mature.
Well, I don't need to be mature. I'm a woman. Right. I'm a woman, damn it.
So a final question here. What's next for Chelsea Manning? Will it be a woman-to-woman interview with Megyn Kelly, or will you be a spokeswoman for Max Factor?
Yeah, Max Factor's already talked to me. So have L'Oreal. I don't like L'Oreal because they still test on animals. So I'm going to be doing some commercials for Ulta. I'll also be modeling some really good concealer because I still grow a hell of a beard, and I'm trying to do something about that. I'm a lady with a hair problem.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, how you doing, Shane?
Well, move to Europe. You'll be okay.
Yeah, move to Europe? I don't want to live in Europe. They don't like me there. Well, you know what? They do like me there. They really like me there.
You'd just be that much closer to your buddy Julian.
Julian Assange. Yeah, my good friend Julian, who for some reason everybody likes now. But anyway, hey, you know what I got to say? I got to say thank you very much for having me on and get my story out there. Maybe I'll be a fellow again someday. I was only a fellow for a few days. But if you can find a place for me to be a fellow, I'm all ears.
Well, wonderful. Well, thank you, Chelsea Manning, for your time today. We do need to cut this short because the satellite uplink is very expensive, and we're on a tight budget.
Well, don't worry about it. I have to go back into my bedroom and reinsert the device that keeps me from sealing myself up.
Well, very good. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Chelsea Manning from Bethesda, Maryland.
It's easy for you to say.
Here on the Tim and Cheney B Experiment. I learned a lot about Chelsea Manning.
I learned she's pretty surly. My goodness, what's wrong with that lady?
I don't know. Needs to shave.
She does.
Needs to shave.
I almost shaved today.
So, yes. Well.
Yes. What, are we going to wing it for the next 13 minutes?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Would somebody like to call us, please?
Please call. Why aren't you calling?
310-2100, 877.
Ask us anything. I mean, ask us anything. We'll answer your questions.
He'll answer them.
You'll answer them.
I ain't answered nothing.
What else is going on this week?
This
show has been fun. How hard has it been for you to do this? Tell everybody how difficult this has been.
To do this?
Yeah, to put this all together. Like, what have you done, and why are we using an Oster coffee maker box as a tripod?
They don't know that.
Well, now they do. Come on.
Oh.
We have to rip the skin off of the sausage and just show it being well, actually, we have to show it being shoved into the skin.
Oh, that's disgusting. All right, well, I think we can do this. Let's see here if I can just kind of okay. We're going to show the sausage.
I'm not showing mine.
I'm not showing mine either.
Nobody wants to see my Vienna sausage.
Hit this button here, transition. There we are. Hello.
Hello.
So the Insane Asylum, there's Tim. But we did have to sort of really kind of rig things. Yes, we're using an Oster coffee maker for a tripod, as well as that was a Christmas,
we have a phone
Tim.
call. We have a phone call.
Oh, thank God, because this is really dull and boring.
No, it's not. People like that.
Oh, no. 877-310-2100. Hello, caller. You are live on the Tim and Cheney Bee Experiment.
Hey, have you guys mentioned how everyone should be liking your page and hitting the follow, the subscribe?
We have been sneaking those in here and there in a little graphic at the bottom of the screen.
Yes, but you should like
we need
us.
to mash those things in.
But we need them mashed. You know what? If we get we have 80 some odd subscribers on YouTube, but if we can hit 100, YouTube will let us customize our URL. They changed the rules with that. So when you create a channel, you get youtube.com/ like some god-awful thing with a bunch of letters and numbers. But once you have 100 subscribers and you've been online for 30 days, then you can customize it. So it can be youtube.com/ TSBexperiment. So that sucks. So if you would, by the way, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. Help us with that.
How many people are watching?
That's the big thing. You know, Twitch has got the September is going on, and so they're allowing 50% off on the subscriptions. And I get it. It's early. It's young. I'm just curious, and I heard it. We've been watching the entire time, and just gentle reminder.
I appreciate that. I need to be better about that.
I told you we needed a producer. We're going to hire you to be our producer.
What are you doing now?
Well,
come on over.
I'm sitting here on my porch. That's all I'm doing.
Well, I appreciate it.
I'm going
to having a little Mr. Jameson.
Oh,
well, now you are really qualified.
Yes.
So let me ask you. So are you watching
Saturday evening?
You watching on a phone or a tablet?
Man, we've got you running on 2 different phones, on a tablet, running through the YouTube, through the Xbox.
Very cool. Very good.
And using the phone to chat and obviously call.
All right. Well, I can do. In fact, I guess I could do it while we're sitting here chatting together.
Oh, I'm looking at my text. Can't hear shit. No sound.
Well, that was the first 15
and,
minutes.
In Tim's point, it's beautiful.
It is.
Seeing the construction of it, and that's something that's missing from a lot of things. I love to watch people build stuff, and that's what you're going through. And to see it from the beginning.
Yep, this is.
I'm blowing smoke up your ass.
Episode number 2.
But
you'll tune in for episode 3 to see what we screw up then. Right?
Shane, he does make a good point, and I'm absolutely a fan of this. Is seeing what's happening in the background, seeing how things are put together. That's fine to me because this, like we have said ad nauseum, is an experiment.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and again, you guys are killing it, and we're grateful that you're willing to sacrifice your time and put together, because the effort that goes behind this, technically and creatively, is, all of us aren't that good at it or that motivated, and you guys doing it, it's very appreciated.
Ah, well, good. Well, glad you're enjoying it, and we're getting a little better every time.
Yeah, someday we'll be okay.
Someday we're striving for okay.
Yes.
Yes. We've had so many chats too, so I'm gonna put these in on the screen here in just a moment. I'm clicking like a madman.
He's clicking like a bastard.
There's smoke coming from my mouth.
I didn't mean to flood the feed.
No, man.
That's okay. Flood away.
Stop apologizing. You're our producer now.
Yeah, and you're a fine producer.
Bring
us some of that Jameson.
Your name is now producer Mr. Jameson.
All right, goddamn it, we're doing this shit. All
right, man.
He sounds like a professional.
Or hi, gentlemen. Have a good evening.
You as well.
You as
Very
well.
much.
Thank you so much. All right, 877-310-2100 is the number if you want to call in live on the Tim and Shaney B Experiment. Be sure to like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube, and do whatever you do on Twitch.
Now, how can we compete with college football? I just thought about that. It's Saturdays, and we are competing against college football.
Oh, well, now a lot of those guys are going to have to they're going to have to catch it on the replay.
I think next week you should have an image of Larry Munson. And get a black and white one, and then we'll key my lips to be black and white, and then I'll do some football talk. Because I don't know anything about college football, so it'll be funny.
What's this keying? I thought we really had Ted Cruz and Chelsea Manson.
Do you like Penn and Teller?
Yes, I do.
Okay. There's no sense in lying to people. They know that wasn't Chelsea Manning.
I believed it. What are you going to tell me next about no Santa Claus?
There is no Santa Claus.
You bastard.
My child was listening to your show.
Damn you.
And you ruined it for us.
Damn
you ruined it.
Okay, you have to excuse me here. Should I show the sausage being made?
Under the desk?
Well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, see, I am trying to get the chat on here. The problem is nothing was designed for us to be sitting on this side of the studio.
No.
So what we have here is monitors turned all cattywampus. We have booms that we can't move. Now, I did sneak and put extension USB wires on the keyboard, which will go no further than this.
Are you writing this all down, Shanny B?
I'm writing this down. Now, my mouse goes pretty far because I put an extension on that.
Hey, is he watching? Herman?
No.
Come on.
No.
Why isn't Herman watching the show?
He's in Las Vegas. He's giving a speech to somebody.
Hang on a minute. I got to watch Tim and Shanny B. I'll be back in an hour.
That's why I want us to be on the big screen.
Yeah.
The big screen. I'm going to switch our camera back here. I have to find a document.
You have to find a document?
I don't know.
We have 6 minutes left.
We do?
We have 6 minutes left.
Oh. Subscribe to our channel.
We need your calls. Call now.
Sorry I can't get the obs thing off the screen.
Yeah, way to screw everything up.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really confused.
You know, I don't want to see my face anyway. Like my Cabbage Town shirt.
Cabbage Town. Explain Cabbage Town for those that don't live in the Atlanta metropolitan area.
Cabbage Town is a neighborhood in downtown Atlanta. There were a couple of mills there. Cotton Loft is what replaced the mills, but they were cotton mills. And it was a company town, so everybody lived there and worked there. Now all those people are gone, but the houses remain because it's been deemed a historical district and you can't do construction on anything. But I also work part-time down there at a place called Mary Todd Hair Co., which is a salon where you can get your hair cut, you can get your beard shaved or trimmed, you can get a hat lather shave there, and you can also get color there. And there's lots of cool people that work there, and a lot of celebrities come up and down the street during the summer. It's fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Ron White came in there one time with a giant bag of weed. He did. He reeked the whole shop out.
Oh, well.
Hang on to this while I get stoned. I got to get a goddamn haircut.
I could pick. Did he have whiskey on his breath?
Well, he went down to the bar down the street, and I went to get him when his barber was ready, and he goes, "They weren't kidding when they called this place a tavern."
All right.
And then he goes, it was raining, and he lifted up his umbrella, and he goes, "You think I can finish this joint by the time we get down to the barber shop?" I said, "I don't know. Why don't you try?" "Okay." And he did, and then he threw it in the ground.
Check it out.
What's that?
Put it right in between us. That is the YouTube chat.
Producers need to learn not to curse.
Oh, well.
Bottle Rocket Steve. No, we're not doing any Southside Steve bits. Sorry.
Am I able to make any of this scroll? I doubt it, but no. But anyway, so what do we have here? Far Out Man. There's the sound, yes.
Yes.
Oh, it took us about 15 minutes to realize we had no sound. And thanks to John. John, if you're still watching, thank you for calling to tell us there was no damn sound.
Yeah, appreciate that. But Killer Donut 252 Vaughn, no, we will not be doing Bottle Rocket Southside Steve.
Oh. Led the Mississippi Highway Patrol on a high-speed chase through 3 counties.
Who did that?
Sean. That sounds fun.
Far Out Man.
Yeah, it's like Smokey and the Bandit.
It is.
Stuff right there. All right. All right.
There is no way you came from my loins. The first thing I do when I get home is I'm going to punch your mama in the mouth. Tim, you get those cheap dead tickets. I don't know if they were cheap. I got a pair of tickets, I believe. A friend of mine named A friend of mine named Jamie got them.
Oh.
For me and my wife. We're going to go. You into the Dead?
No.
You into John Mayer?
No.
You don't like John Mayer? What kind of Georgia boy are you? Well, you're not a Georgia boy.
I'm not a Georgia boy, so I'm off the hook.
Okay. His body is a wonderland.
Lisa Krause. Oh my. Lisa Krause said she was totally fooled.
By what?
I think she really believed we had Chelsea Manning and Ted Cruz.
Oh, how stoned is she?
Because we get the big...
Or drunk. Stoned, drunk, high,
big
whatever.
Stars here.
Yeah, we do.
Big stars. Vogue, Drudge, G's. Yeah. Oh, that's when we were trying to figure out which magazine had Chelsea Manning.
Was it Vogue?
Swimsuit.
Oh, who said it was Vogue?
Drudge.
Drudge.
I don't know. I'm actually, because I'm late getting the audio on.
Mm-hmm.
Late getting the chat up.
Right.
So I'm now late reading everything, and I'm sort of just reinterpreting what the hell everybody was chatting about.
Don't beat yourself up.
I'm not.
Do not beat yourself up.
I'm having a good old time.
Or if you're Ted Cruz, do not beat yourself off.
Well, Ted Cruz, man.
Are we going to get in trouble for talking this way?
We're going to find out. And when people tune in next week and we're not here, they'll know too.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
Or that, or we're doing hurricane coverage.
Well, there's another hurricane churning out there. You can have me, Caitlyn Jenner, come in and do it. I don't mind. I would love to talk about hurricanes.
Yeah. Oh, we should invite Caitlyn to be on.
I would love to come on every week. I am such a busy person, but I will make time for the people that I like.
Now, when I close my eyes,
and
I'm
sorry, I didn't mean to grab you there.
I sometimes think I'm hearing Greta Van Susteren.
Greta Van Susteren? Hi, it's Greta Van Susteren. Never mind the scar on my face. I'm not going to tell you how that happened, but let me tell you this. I never got hit on ever when I was working at Fox. No one ever said anything untoward to me.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
And Roger Ailes was a very nice man.
Roger Ailes, very nice man.
Bill O'Reilly never hit on me, never touched me, never showed me his penis.
Roger Ailes, yeah, he's very nice. He's sort of dead.
I know he was. I was saying he was.
Yes.
Roger Ailes was a nice man.
He was.
Past tense. Bill O'Reilly, very nice.
You know what, Tim?
Bill Hemmer, he showed me his penis.
Oh.
That's not right. Bill Hemmer is a nice guy. I don't picture him doing that.
Bill Hemmer's a nice guy.
He is a nice
I think
guy.
he can do better than Greta.
You think?
Maybe.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
Oh, sorry, Greta. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
I'm really good in the sack. Just ask anybody.
You know what? We are out of time.
We are?
We are out of time. We probably should go another 15 minutes. Nobody could hear the first 15.
Nah, we'll be fine.
But, I think it's time to wrap things up. Wish the audience happy weekend.
Yes.
And be sure to subscribe so we can get 100. I'm shooting for the moon. They say if you shoot for the moon, you may hit the fence.
That's what Ted Cruz said.
But if you shoot for the fence, you want to know a great joke?
I have a skylight in my house, and I shoot for the moon.
Let me end on this one. This is a joke Neil Bortz told me.
Oh, okay. You don't remember the joke?
I gotta remember the joke because I'm bad.
Knock, knock.
Stop it. That was a pretty good Neil.
Oh.
You even look like Neil when you knock, knock.
What did the proggies tell you?
Here's the joke. How is the similarity between Abraham Lincoln and the guy that sat in front of Pee Wee Herman in that movie theater?
I don't know.
Both got shot in the back of the head.
Oh. Okay, Belinda, let's go to a break.
On that note, thank you for watching.
Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. We'll see you next Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern, for the Tim and Shaney B Experiment.